With the 23rd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Bryan Bulaga, offensive tackle, Iowa.
Well, I mean, at 23, that's an incredible value pick, to use that phrase that we hear so much, Mike.
Yeah, and with Clifton and Tauscher, the two starters, there's a great sigh of relief. Look at that big blockhead.
2010, you guys. I remember that day like it was yesterday when Bryan Bulaga slid all the way down to the Green Bay Packers and they took him in the first round. Man, look at how young Bryan was. This is hard. This is very hard. This is a very tough pill to swallow. With the signings of our exclusive rights free agents, also today came a really, really tough loss. Bryan Bulaga is going away. He's gonna head off to the sunshine of California in Los Angeles, California, and play for the Los Angeles Chargers. His time in Green Bay, unfortunately, is over. He is one of the last Packer players that were on the Super Bowl roster to leave and go and play. The three that remain are Aaron, Mason, and Tremont. Please do not let Tremont Williams walk Green Bay, please. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm very sad that this is the end of Bryan's time here in Green Bay, and it's been great to have him on the roster, be a part of the Green Bay Packers, be a part of something special, win a Super Bowl here in Green Bay. So I'm sad, but I'm also yet kind of happy that we had him protecting Aaron Rodgers all this time when the Packers could have said goodbye to him years ago, but they didn't. They stuck with him, stuck behind him all throughout the times that he was injured. When he was injured, he even played injured and was just a warrior, a true warrior in the trenches, man. And a huge thank you to Bryan Bulaga. You are going to be missed, man, and good luck to you. I wish you well with the Chargers. I don't think I felt this sad to see a player go since Jordy Nelson was released by the Packers. It was a very tough thing for the Packers to do, to move on from such a classy player and really a fan favorite. And this hurts. This is kind of what it feels like, again, for me, is watching yet another Super Bowl champion player leave Green Bay. Another hero in my book. Very underrated. Bryan, obviously, I really feel that deep down in every fiber of my being that he should have been a Pro Bowl player for us, but you know how the whole Pro Bowl system, it's very, very, very pathetic. It's very much a popularity contest. Bryan was not popular amongst the NFL world, so that's why he wasn't ever voted in. He was always very underrated throughout his time, and probably will continue to be underrated until the day he retires, but I hope he kind of leaves Green Bay with some respect, and maybe he leaves the Chargers with some respect too in that regard. Anyway, on to why the Packers decided to part ways with Bryan Bulaga. The first reason why the Packers let him go is that he just wanted a little too much money, and the Packers just didn't have the cap room to write the check to him and pay him the amount that he wanted. So the Packers decided to go a different route. The second reason is age. Bryan, obviously being drafted in the 2010 draft, is an older player. He is 30 years old and he is about to turn 31. In fact, he is just a few days away from his 31st birthday, March 21st. So happy birthday, Bryan. You got a really nice deal from the Chargers and a heck of a career in Green Bay. In that regard, that's probably a really big reason why the Packers decided to let him go, was because they want to get younger at the position. There are a few offensive tackles that are a little bit up there in age. One of them was Bryan. We had Jared Valdir, who is older. David Bakhtiari is not exactly really young either. He is 28 years old and will be 29 at the start of the season, so it makes sense to retool the offensive line a little bit, especially at the bookend offensive tackle spot. Which brings me to my third reason why the Packers decided to let Bryan walk is, shockingly, David Bakhtiari. And the reason why that is because David Bakhtiari has an expiring contract after this upcoming 2020 season, so he will be a free agent. And if the Packers want to hold on to our Pro Bowl caliber left tackle, we may need to be able to save some money in order to extend his contract so he can be the left tackle for years to come for Aaron Rodgers, protecting his blind side. What the Chargers are getting in Bryan is an experienced Pro Bowl caliber right tackle, and this is a huge free agency steal here. They are going to get the most underrated right tackle possibly in the league, and I know that experience is going to be very helpful along that really young Chargers offensive line, as they need a team leader and a veteran presence there. And to whoever he's going to mentor, they certainly could use a veteran's wisdom to help improve their game, and for the unit to be a very cohesive unit in order to protect their quarterback, whoever it will be. And so that's the breakdown of the end of Bryan's time here in Green Bay and the beginning of his time in LA. And before I go, I have one final clip, one final goodbye for Bryan, and this is for you, the fans.
Bryan Bulaga, Iowa. Bryan Bulaga, Iowa. Bryan Bulaga, Iowa. Bryan Bulaga, Iowa.